episode of Voice of the Hammer. I'm your host, Winter. This is part 3 of my vacation of going up north to Manitoulin Island to visit with my friend Melissa and her family. What can I say? It's finally here. The last part. It's not as long, so bear with me, guys. But we just left off. We just finished off at Danielle's birthday dinner at Water's Edge. Really good food, great view. But yeah, so this is part 3, and if you haven't checked out the other parts, go to part 1. Obviously, try look at part 1, then part 2. But if you're here to catch up, let's get into it. All right, so we are on our way to Little Current, because that is the only place that has Tim Hortons on the island. This is a shot of us actually coming back from Little Current, headed back to Gore Bay. But for those of you who don't live on the island, you guys won't be able to tell. But I thought I'd give a little travel there. So there's the Tim Hortons in Little Current. It's the very first one on the island. So obviously we had to go check it out, and it was really good. It was nice and clean. Service was really great. Some of the obviously the workers were new, that were being trained. So obviously I was very patient, and I'm sure they're doing well now. And yeah, we'll definitely, anytime we're back on the island, we're definitely going to stop by. That's the wide shot of the swing bridge there. Was it swing at the hour for 15 minutes? And us just walking around the dock area. I told her to turn around, make it look like a piggy. That's what I call her. Shout out to 17 Water Street there. I thought this was really cool design. 3 cows in a cone. Very delicious pizza. The cheese was really fluffy. The dough was great. I just had it fresh out of the oven. And so obviously the kids got some ice cream. And here's Kiana. She didn't realize she dropped. She got on herself as well. And I got Danielle burping. And so Kiana's trying to lick off the ice cream that she spilled on herself. Throw Michael in the water. So once we got back to Gore Bay, we met up with John and Dave and Declan and went to Norm's tent and trailer to go out for a little fishing trip. That's Dave King there, guys. If anybody on the island needs any security work done, that's Dave King. He is the owner of Direct Satellite. Look him up, and chances are, if you call to book an appointment, you'll be talking to my friend Melissa. So I'm not going to say too much here, because this is pretty, if you guys are listening, I apologize, but if you guys are watching the video, this is just us on Lake Hagawong. This is my first time out in the water. I don't really normally fish, so there's Dave with the smoke hanging out of his mouth, and we are flying. Thankfully, Dave just got a new motor for his boat, and it felt so good to be on the water. I don't know. I'm a water bug, so I really enjoyed being out on the water. And it's been a long time since I've been on a smaller boat. Obviously, we took the Chichiman to the island, but this is a little different. So these are new rods we finally got together. Obviously, we never got to go fishing when we went camping. So this is our first time using it. I'm not much of a fisher, guys. I don't like to touch fish. I'll eat fish. I don't really like to touch bait or anything like that. So this was totally new for me. Obviously, I had to do it because I was going to get Michael to do it as well. So I couldn't chicken out. Yeah, slowly reel it. Well, maybe we should make sure we don't hit the...
You're supposed to be catching the fish, not me.
Water's a lot calmer closer to shore, eh?
Yeah. Bet you granny get it. Oh no, he got off. No. I should have grabbed it.
It's good, it's good.
No, I'm gonna catch that.
John ended up catching quite a few fish with that little rod.
Hold on to this one. Really like it. You know, don't hold on to the other side. Put the top in his mouth. Stop. In his mouth. And pinch. Pinch hard. Got him? No, you're not pinching hard enough. No, it doesn't hurt. It won't bite. Like this, like that. Right? Oh, jump.
So Michael's getting a bite on his line here.
Tighten it.
Tighten it.
Okay, go.
This is pretty much the first catch.
Look, my worm. Dad, let me just spit out.
Declan is so cute. I mean, it's spit it
Oh,
out.
so
My
cool.
stinking worm.
Well, it wasn't on there very well. See if Uncle John can
Yeah,
get you
like I
another one.
said, I'm not much of a fisher, so I didn't. I don't think I put on the worm good enough.
Oh, no. Oh. Yeah, it's a keeper.
Oh, yeah.
So we're fishing for. I guess there's mostly smallmouth bass. I mean, I'm not. Again, I'm not much of a fisher, so I wouldn't even know how to tell you what the difference is. but-
Declan, how's the fishing? He's like, my candy's good.
Mike's got one too.
Oh, nice. Oh, hold it. Okay, go. Oh, Jesus. There you go. There you go.
Bugger.
Hold him up. Got him up. No. Okay, good.
There we go.
Make sure you get it through a couple of times.
Flying everywhere.
Get it on the deck. Oh, Jesus.
All right, so we're pretty much done now. We're just heading back, and I think overall, I think we caught about 12 fish. We're gonna head back and yeah, take the fish back to Dave's place. He's gonna gut it and fillet it for us. All in all, it was a good trip. There's Declan. So there's our catch of the day, 12 smallmouth bass. It was a good time on Lake Kagawang. So this is our last day. So we wanted to check out another place, the Grill and Chill, Mindamoya Grill and Chill in Mindamoya. This is our first time here. And that park was made because I guess the owner had grandkids, and they made it for the grandkids there. So guys, if you order food from here, this is a kid's cheese stick meal and fries, and as you can see, they load it up. So I mean, if you got, and I got a poutine thinking we'd all share it. As you can see, we definitely didn't need that much food, but the food was great. The food was fresh. That's a Caesar salad, a grilled chicken Caesar salad. Then Michael got a barbecue steak wrap, and the food was really good. I would definitely go try some other stuff the next time we're around. That's Tammy Tam. She came down for a visit with her mom Colleen. That's again the piece that Rosie made for her. And now, the next morning, we are on our way home. Yeah. Okay, this is our last video, sort of. So, we are on our way home. I tried to make reservations for the ferry to go back, but they were all booked up. The only one available was for the 7 p.m. Departure from South Baymouth. That puts us back in Tobermory, 7, 8, 9, probably around 10. And then it's a 4-hour drive from Tobermory. So we weren't going to do that. So the only other way off this island is to drive. So we are on our way to Little Current. Stop off, get some Tim Hortons. It's the only Tim Hortons on the island, luckily. So we get to stop with. We're gonna get some breakfast, and yeah, that's it for the island. I don't know what we're gonna do. It's a 6-hour drive around back to Hamilton, but obviously we're gonna be stopping along the way. So usually that takes us to, I don't know, about 12 hours. So right now it's 10:45. So mark this time, and I guess we'll see what time we get back to the house. Usually it takes about 12 hours. I don't know why. I don't know why stopping makes it, takes so long. But we're gonna try to drive through. Although whenever we drive up, we stop lots along the way. Maybe that's why. So I think now that we're going home, we might have to take the 407. With the lovely 407, just to beat traffic, but we'll see. Since I didn't buy the ferry tickets, maybe the $100 can go towards the 407. I can get Ray. Hook me up. But yeah, so we're on our way to Little Current. That's about 45 minutes away, I think. The bridge turns on the hour, which we'll miss. So hopefully we'll just have to stop for traffic, and then we'll be off the island. You guys have fun? Other than Danielle getting bit by a wasp, her face got cherry red. No burns yet, or not that we can tell. Our friend Melissa dabbed on some vinegar. That seemed to help it.
It was nice and refreshing.
What would be one of your favorite things that we did on the island? I guess Danielle just mostly just ate in different restaurants, which were not all good.
I can't say that's
Yeah, Michael, we went fishing with Dave and John and Declan. Ken's favorite time was tablet. Yeah, so we come here, we visit our friend Melissa. I didn't really do a lot of videos because I didn't want to look like a touristy person. So what we did mostly was take pictures. I think I had most videos of us fishing. Me and Michael and Kiana tried to do the splash and go in Gore Bay. Kiana got a little scared. Michael was a little scared of the water and falling off, but other than that, he did pretty good. I didn't do great. I was too fat. Too fat to be in a life vest, life jacket, and climbing on water floating. I'm still sore. My lower abdomen, every time I do like a sit-up, I'm like, oh, it reminds me of how fat I am. I'm like, I gotta lose weight. But it's been fun.
Me and Kiana enjoyed watching you guys.
Yeah, I gotta get some videos off of you. That'll be fun to see.
I'm stitching them together.
Are you?
Because I know there were some times that I obviously went in on purpose, but there was other times, slip and fall.
So funny.
I was literally like struggling to get on, and then just saying to myself, "Yeah, the $23 are worth it."
I think out of everybody, you felt the most.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, we couldn't get onto that launching pad thing, but
On the platform and off the platform, you felt the most.
yeah. But it was a good time. We've had a great time. It's hard to believe that it's been a week. Over a week? Today would have been a week. Oh, so it's been, it's been 7 days. But we got to see a lot of stuff. We got to visit a lot of restaurants that we've never seen before. I guess we stayed mostly in Gourmet. But yeah, it was a great time. And like I said, 10:45. We'll see how long it takes us to get home this time. And come along for the journey.
So we just got to the swing bridge, and I think my my auxiliary cord was plugged in, so the phone thought it was being used as a microphone, which it wasn't. So we have no sound. So I forget what I was talking about here. But so we're waiting in line. As you can see, opposite there's only one-way traffic at a time, and so I don't know if there was something wrong with the lights there. I know some people have been complaining online. I read a few things, but maybe this is what they're talking about. I'm not sure. Because as you're gonna see here, I'm gonna get the green light, and so obviously I'm gonna wait for these cars to come to finish. But I get the green light, so I think no other traffic's coming, and then I see a couple more cars coming through. So it's like, I don't know if the lighting is off or sensors are off, but obviously didn't get into an accident, just being careful. Those steel plates are covering old railroad tracks, because a train would at one point in time be able to cross the bridge here. So we're just traveling through, and then what do I say? And that's it, we're off the island. And so we are going to make our way around the island instead of obviously taking the ferry. So what I'm going to, which I'm about to show you here in just a second. So if you do end up driving around the island, just a couple things to keep in mind is gas up before you leave the island. Only because there's not a lot of this is where, so after Little Current you go through Espanola, which is another town, but so it's so it should take us about 5.5 hours. I think that's with the 407, but there's not a lot of gas stations between Espanola and Perry Sound, I believe. So just keep in mind, just don't run out of gas, obviously. So what I did was, obviously while we're driving, I just Googled some places, and there's Espanola, and kind of once you get onto the 69 and head back down south, there's Sudbury, so you can stop off there to get some gas. But once you leave there, there's quite a ways where there isn't a lot of gas stations, so just keep that in mind, guys, and definitely make some plans for en routes. I think they're a little bit more south. I can't remember where they last stopped. But so here's a shot of a couple gas stations around. I'm not sure if I just didn't search it right, but I think if I zoom in here, I might be able to find some other gas stations. But like I said, don't risk it. Get gas before you leave the island. Just that way you can just make a straight shot through. There's some gas stations there, as you can see. So best thing to do is just gas up and, you know, get your pee breaks in before you go down there. I can't remember which one we did stop off. I think we stopped off in Pakesley, I think. But either way, there's a couple of gas stations off of Highway 69 that you could get to, but just don't, you know, as long as you don't get yourself stranded. And all right, guys, that is the end of this 3-parter. It did not take us 12 hours like I thought it was going to. We made 2 stops. We stopped at a gas station along the way. I couldn't remember where. But then we also stopped at an en route, which is, you know, always great to stop there. There's lots of food options. There's, you know, obviously restrooms, so it's good to stop there. But like I said, if you guys do drive around, plan ahead. There's a few stops if you do drive up that way. There's a few en routes going up that way. But yeah, so we had a great time. Thank you, Melissa, again for hosting us. Thank you to everybody who came in and hung out with us, to Rosie and John, Ree, for letting us take up a little bit of your space. It was a great trip. I wish I got a shot of us coming back home, but I think we were just too tired, so I totally forgot to record us coming home. But it did take us, I think, about 6.5 hours in the end. So really not a bad drive on the way back. Like I said, it costs a little bit more if you take the 407, but if you're okay with traffic, then you know, I wouldn't suggest, you know, spending the money on the 407. But you know, that is a long drive, and I think it shaves about an hour. So I mean, up to you guys, but that's what I usually do, is take the 407 coming back. It's always a good time going up to visit Melissa and the family. We didn't really get to see her parents, Nana and Papa. I did stop by and talk to them before we left, but Danielle got sick and the kids weren't feeling well, so I didn't want to push it and bring them along. But we missed you guys, Nana and Papa. I'm sorry we couldn't visit. I couldn't stay as long as I was hoping, but always good to catch up and to hear the stories. Thank you guys for listening, for watching. Thank you to anyone who's watched or is watching on YouTube. In case you don't have Spotify, you know, give me a like, a subscribe, leave me your opinion on what you thought. You know, we did try a lot of new restaurants. You know, definitely going to try them again. But you know, Manitoulin Island has a lot to offer, you know, for vacation and stuff like that. So I mean, we obviously go back not for the food, obviously for the family and friends that we see up there. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please stay tuned for all my other episodes. If you haven't watched any of my other episodes, please go check out any of the episodes. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.